Western bubble here in the United States. So a lot of these political issues that you hear about on CNN, on Fox, don't mean a lot to us. We have family members and friends literally dying, literally fighting to protect their homeland. And everyone here can just talk about a fly on Pence's head or something. So we really don't care that much about U.S. politics at this point, but we do care that Trump and the U.S. military is funding terrorist states. They're literally funding Turkey and Azerbaijan, who are both run by fascist dictators. We are funding them. So, I mean, yeah, we'll probably vote Biden, but we don't expect much to change with Biden because this country is riddled with greed. There's tons of oil money in Turkey and Azerbaijan, and that's more important than innocent lives, apparently. So we do what we can. We're spreading the word. We won't get any media coverage, so thank you for listening to us. We're not going to get any media coverage because, again, America's too concerned with profits, too concerned with oil money. They don't care about innocents dying, so we're here trying to spread the word any way we can.
So just to summarize, like, what do you feel like is at stake for you? Like, if Trump gets reelected, what's at stake for you and your family?
Well, despite who gets elected, our homeland is literally at stake. A lot of you may know about the 1915 Armenian genocide. 1.5 million Armenians were killed. Turkey is trying to finish that right now. This is ethnic cleansing. This is people being killed because of their ethnicity. This is pan-Turkism. Turkey wants to take over the entire Caucasus region. They have conflicts in Greece. They have conflicts in Libya. They won't stop until they take over that whole Caucasus region. And let me remind you, Turkey is a NATO ally, and they're supported by the U.S. They're supported by the West, despite terrorism, despite being one of the least free countries. They throw in jail any journalist with an anti-Turkish, with a true stance. Any third-party journalists are literally thrown in jail, and the U.S. is supporting that. Trump has a $100 million Trump Tower right in Baku, Azerbaijan. It's believed by many that tower is used to launder dirty politic money. That Trump Tower gets no tourists, no people actually stay in that tower, but somehow it makes money, somehow it's still in business. So probably some very dirty money running through there. We hope if Biden gets elected, he'll not only reduce military aid to Azerbaijan, but he'll sanction Turkey and sanction Azerbaijan because it's the right thing to do. We have to stand, as a Western, as a free nation that believes in democracy, we have to stand up against ethnic cleansing. We have to stand up for what's right.
We need to be moral by moral laws, and there's one person that's a moral lawgiver, and that's Jesus Christ. He was founded on Christianity. Yes, yes it was. Yes, it was founded on the moral laws of Christianity. Yes. And Western was the people that came over from the Mayflower came over because they wanted to serve God.
What the left puts on this, they're talking points. Oh my gosh, he's more pro-LGBT.
So years ago, we used to be backed by gold on the gold standard. You see, Millhouse Nixon, right, got us off the gold standard, you know, in 1971, August 15th. And since that period, our currency is currently a fiat currency, meaning it technically has no value. So the thing about there no being separation between commercial bank and investment bank is that whenever someone goes to get bailed out, you have a speculative market, so all of the speculators get bailed out before the physical economy. So whenever that happens,
Interesting. Yeah.
so whenever that happens too often, right, you create a bubble. So what people are doing is like, you know, Ben Bernanke. You ever heard of Ben Bernanke? Ben Bernanke with GW, right? Now I voted for GW, man. But the thing about Ben Bernanke and GW is that they created helicopter money. Now what helicopter money is that?
Free money.
Well, it's like you having a bubble, right? And you're in this bubble. And you need more money so the bubble doesn't explode, so the balloon doesn't explode. So what the rich dude does is he hops on a helicopter and technically shoves money into the economy, right? But if you don't have anything to your physical economy attached to the dollars, then it just stays in the bubble like, woo! So everybody grabs for the dollars. So when this constantly happens, this is what created the 2010 recession. Because, you know, when you just quantitatively ease a bubble and don't attach a dollar that anchors it in your economy to show tangible wealth,
I see.
then it
That's
just...
happening right now, in your opinion? Or?
Well, it really is what's happening, though. Because we just have a fiat currency, right? And most of if we don't have, you know, roadways and infrastructure, and if you don't maintain your current infrastructure, you know, then this is why you fall aside when you just throw money into the economy in a bubble and it's not attached to anything physical.
The left wants to come after
I'm just here to support my president. Taking away from the entire nation.
Are you all in the streets?
What do you expect? If you want a reaction, you're going to get one. You were trying for a reaction, you got one.
Maybe Terry?
You would not.
Terry.
No, you started that when you blasted my eardrums with that bullhorn. What did you expect was going to happen? You blasted my ears. What did you expect to happen?
Ain't that that's why I'm
Listen, he said, you want to try? You keep making friends.
Listen to your boy. Listen to your boy. Listen to your boy. Listen to your boy.
or it's just, it's all it's easy just to go like,
Put it my ear.
let all the tingles in.
No, reaction. You got it. He's pissed off right now.
I mean, could be 12.
You don't get the call to shot.
Exactly what I'm saying.
No, you're not. You're not laughing.
He's about to get 80.
Unfortunately, we're in the field.
Governor 86. Taking out 280. Web developer. Beautiful.
Not a smart thing to do. That's the type of stuff.
What's that? You see what you're doing right now.
I went to Vanderbilt.
You're right. I didn't really put it so. You didn't like you raised my voice to what now? Y'all are trying to shut me up because y'all don't get
I want to know Aries.
He's trying to keep off with the white man. Let him be the white man. Let him be the white people. Let him be the white people. We're not going to be
the white and black.
Vanny's right.
This is the white and black people. The presence of white supremacy. Let him talk to the white people.
Yeah.
They got one black guy showing out for sure.
Appreciate you, sir. Be safe.
I'm religious.
They don't even have masks on corona, so you don't have to be over here. They all gonna die from corona if they don't wear masks.
It used to be a band.
God's gonna take care of all of you. God will strike you down. You don't even have to do anything. God will bring a plague on you like he's doing now. God will take care of it.
I got a Mega in the car. You want it?
That's the weekend shit.
I got a Mega in the car.
Right now, you're conservative.
It's not worth your time.
No, I said it's got a hookup for music. No, I know. I just knew you were shouting down some bull. Figured if you wanted it.
I don't even try to compete with people's voices.
Right. Right. Well, that's what the music. That's why I was like.
But thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a little stuck. So.
No, I get it. I get it.
You do that?
Fuck. All right.
They were hiding.
Once you put your ears against my Italianism went on.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's important for you to recognize that I don't believe that I'm any better than you just by never having had an abortion. I believe that all humans are equal before God. Any wrong we do is we're all equally guilty. We're all only forgiven through one thing, and that's believing in Jesus. So I don't believe I'm any better. No, but my point is that you don't matter any less than me.
Shove that Christian
You don't have to believe it, but I've met a lot of people.
It's a fairy tale.
It's a fairy tale?
It's just as real as the truth.
So wait, what do you believe happened when Jesus died and his body was never found?
Jesus is just as real as the tooth fairy.
Okay, that's purely historically inaccurate. Non-Christian historians agree he was alive and died and was never found. You're anti-historical
I wanted
evidence.
to listen to this. I could go listen to my mother, so save it for somebody else.
Take care, man. You pick up any textbook, you see the same thing. They say life begins when sperm and egg fuse. You have a distinct, living, whole human. That's mere fact. Now the opinion part comes in though when we ask, do all humans matter? Are all humans equal? I do believe in human equality, so I believe that one-day-old preborn baby, that 5-week-old preborn baby, and you and I, we're all equal. If it's wrong to kill you and me, it's wrong to kill them.
But we also gotta take into account the freedom of choice.
Okay, sure.
I also want to make another hypothetical case.
Go for it.
What if a girl gets raped by, let's say, a family member and the baby results in a disability? Do you think she doesn't have the right to have rape? Doesn't she have the right to have an abortion?
Okay, well, a couple of things. First of all, freedom of choice. I agree with you that choice matters, but some choices are wrong. You're not free to do whatever you want with your body. You can't you shouldn't swing your arm and hit someone. You should not rape someone or do something like that, right? There are limits to bodily autonomy, so choice is good, but some choices are wrong. But on your question, there are undoubtedly tragic situations like that. So we have to ask, what is moral? It is because I'm against injustice. I am against the violation of that girl by her father. If incest has happened, she's been raped. That's wrong. But I think we have to punish the victimizer, not the victim. So you punish the man, the father who did it. You don't punish the girl. And some places that does happen, they punish the mom after rape. That's asinine. What about the preborn person? Is that a victimizer or a victim? I would say a secondary victim of the rape because she's entering a life underprivileged because are separated ideally.
I would like to know your opinion, sir, about this issue. What's your take on abortion?
I don't have a pussy.
No uterus, no.
But see again, 9 men on the Supreme Court had no uterus. They gave us abortion on demand. I often hear people say no uterus, no, and they say we like Roe v. Wade, which. So if you're a pro-abortion man, it's okay to talk. An anti-abortion man shouldn't talk. So sorry to summarize, the violence of rape doesn't justify the violence of abortion. The victims need our care and help. The victimizer should be punished.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It was really a pleasure to have
Take
you
care.
speak. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Hey brother, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, yeah. All right.
Yeah, save Black Lives. Great, great.
I'm gay. You don't see me, I'm gay.
We don't want to see you guys' agendas. We don't want to assume a gender. We assume a gender.
I'm not going to assume that that's a life because it is.
It's advertising for Planned Parenthood.
And I'm just advertising for Black Lives
You know, if this is fake news, you wouldn't even. Dude.
All the fake news, like why not?
Yeah. That's a good
CNN,
point.
MSNBC,
New
New York Times. I read them every day.
That's a nice shit too.
If this was a fake picture that went by, you just walk by, but you know it's real, that's why you're covering it.
Yeah, I know the reality.
Okay, then show evidence. Show evidence.
choice to have an abortion.
It's not a choice. It shouldn't be a choice.
What?
It shouldn't be a choice.
It shouldn't be a choice?
No. To kill another human being?
Black Lives Matter.
You're not doing a choice. You throw some people's
Black Lives Matter. Abortion rights. Black Lives Matter.
It's the win.
Black Trump.
Rape still happens. happens even though it's illegal? Doesn't mean we make it legal.
Yeah, and they should be able to get an abortion if they get raped, all right?
Okay, you
What
think
the hell?
That's an appropriate adjective.
Why aren't you guys out here protesting rape? What? There's people who have been raped and they're born. Do you don't think they're valuable as regular human beings who haven't been conceived and raped?
Listen, if the mother wants to keep it and give that baby value by
Is it a
raising
baby?
it,
Is this
I
a baby?
support it. Listen, I'm not caring about the zygote.
He just says a baby. Black Lives Matter!
I'd appreciate if you didn't record us. We don't give you our permission to post this anymore. To terminate that,
So what happens in the birth canal that makes rape human?
It's a free country. You tell me. It's a free country.
When does it
You
become
lose a
human?
It's a free country, but I can't have an abortion.
You lose a reasonable expectation of privacy.
Oh my God.
Because
I'm asking what in
It's a free country and I can't have an abortion.
we're not China yet. Almost China. Almost.
Okay, born. Yeah, it breathes air. You know, it's on Earth actually chilling. Very nice.
You think women are too fragile to see this? What are you covering it up for?
Yeah, I thought the feminist movement was strong. I thought women were strong.
No one else got to
I am one. You be proud.
If it's fake, or it's, I don't understand why you're covering it up.
You have to coddle them.
Yeah, I think women are
Because
trying to make a choice if they want to do
This is white fragility. We can't look at evidence. We have to be fragile. We cover it up. It's white fragility.
here. It's fucking God doing.
It's evidence. We're trying to hide it.
It's a free
Why is it anti-fact?
It's not evidence.
Why do you
not
and
I can't have an abortion.
How do you know that?
I know what fucking it's not. This is not what an abortion is.
Have you seen one?
I don't think
I know it's an abortion's procedure. It's just the insertion of a needle.
Free advertising for Planned Parenthood right here.
That's patently false.
Free advertising.
Like this shit.
Have you ever spent a day looking at abortion procedures? The answer to two. It applies suction. It sucks the embryo out. And which is only the first step.
I go to school and I see that.
You're not educated. You're not educated. You don't even know what abortion how it's done though.
They put it in neutral.
I'm running for senator, right?
Get down, sit below the window. What are you doing?
Doing something and turn his off. Donald Trump and what? And he's a white supremacist because the news told me so. Because CNN told me. CNN told me he's a supremacist. CNN vote. They got their Facebook. That's very true. The Facebook fact checker.
They're real. They're social media.
They are giving us the realest
Not even with the beat.
abortion blood will be on your hands. Vote for a Democrat. No, vote for a Democrat and go for 9 months abortion. What's the difference with killing a baby or killing somebody else? It's wrong. Keep doing it. Trump is not for abortion. 9 months you're going to kill a baby. Right here. You're going to kill a baby? He does fair trade and above fair trade. He's smart. Let's go where the Trump is. Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
I thought Trump answered that real well. I did see how the Democrats did try to derail him by trying to sidetrack him and ask him all different kind of random questions just to try to make it is into a race dividing nation, which is not. This is just something that the
BLM. It's not happening between respectable people.
Exactly.
It ain't happening.
And I think he answered it very intellectually and did it jokingly, but was very serious about it at the same time.
He loves America.
I love it. I love it. I get some things, but the people who want to wear them should have that choice, should have that opportunity. I mean, people that are affected by it, and I'm like my sister, I think it's very biased. And Trump doesn't always wear no mask. When the last time you seen Trump wear a mask? That's a good question, fair enough to say. Maybe once or twice, but you know what? I wore one once or twice. And if he ain't wearing it, this black man ain't wearing it.
All right, cool. So I want to ask, are you guys cool with answering this question too about the masks?
Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, I just believe that it's a person's right to choose, like whether they want to or not. Like it should be up to the individual. If you're a healthy person, I don't believe you should have to wear one. If you're unhealthy, then by all means, if you choose to wear one, go for it.
It's communism to say you have to.
It should be up to your
All right,
own.
so I have another question. You guys are answering these questions really well. I really appreciate you doing this. This is so helpful. What do you say to the people who say, okay, a mask is not for you, it's for the people around you, and if you have COVID and you're spreading it, what do you say to that?
Well, people around us, they have COVID and they're not staying in their home.
You need to build your immune system. Everybody should herd immunity.
CDC.
Herd immunity. Everybody get together. Everyone get it and get over it.
Right.
You
The
can't help it.
CDC has not told us to drink lemonade, a shot of apple cider vinegar. Keep your immune system up. You won't get no kind of colds. You won't get the flu. You won't get nothing. They've not once told us that.
All right, well, guys, I really appreciate these answers.
No problem.
Super helpful. Thanks. Have a great night.
Thank you too.
I fought for some of these things.
That's what I'm saying.
You say you fought, right? So when you were overseas and your rules of engagement, right?
No, I was talking about the police.
So I went,
No, I was
yeah, so
talking
am I.
about the police.
So am I. So when I went in 2012, I couldn't shoot until I identified the target and I was fired upon. That means literally someone could put a weapon on me and I couldn't shoot, or else Geneva Convention. I'm going to Fort Leavenworth. My name is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the police stateside, garrison side, in our country can shoot at a civilian unarmed if they think they see a weapon.
Here's the thing. I agree with you, but I don't think it's systemic. I don't think most of the police are doing that. Most of the police, there's a lot of African American police. There's a lot of the big cities. It's an African American police chief. It's an African American police chief in charge of the bigger cities.
So you know when you watch those videos,
It's not a racist right It's a poorly trained and sometimes stupid cop.
They have their finger on the trigger, right? Instead of exercising proper trigger control.
I'm not disagreeing that the police need better training.
I'm not saying they don't have to answer for it. If I killed a civilian in a time of war in a combat zone, you don't let me, so why the fuck should I let you? In a combat zone, if I kill a civilian, I'm going to be tried for that. In a court of law, correct? But it doesn't happen stateside. In the freest country,
There's plenty of police that have gone to jail too.
No, we don't need to get rid of them. We need to defund them. There's no reason why cops in LA and New York and shit have Lambos and fucking tanks.
That's what it is.
It's
a drug problem as far as how they're
Because there are a lot of Lamborghinis in LA. How do you catch a Lamborghini without?
how the police handle that? The no-knock
that one
you're a
rule,
fucking
you
billionaire,
can't shoot
they
until
don't
you're
get
shot
nothing.
at.
You see my
Like
point?
at,
So
in
what's the point of
combat
having a
zone, in a time
Lamborghini to
of
chase a
war,
Lamborghini if they
how
ain't
many
gonna
people
get
do you think wouldn't be shot unarmed?
If a guy in a Lambo
If we
decides
made
to
our
run,
police follow the same standards
that's true.
as our
But
military.
they don't need tanks and
in a
I
time
have no
of war.
disagreement.
SWAT gear and shit. The regular
So
police
why
department.
And they are trained that way. Some of them are trained that. Some of them are.
I think it's
In the last couple of years, they've been changing the training. In the last couple of years, they have. There was a militarization.
I just think that.
So all police are bad, all of them. Black, white, Hispanic, all police are bad. Is that what you're saying? No, are you saying that all police are bad? Are you saying that? No, right now, are you saying all police are bad, no matter what color? Are you saying that? What?
When did you go through the police academy?
I didn't.
So you have no idea what they do?
No, I'm not saying I
Absolutely
did.
none at all. Okay.
I know, but I see.
Just wanted to make
I
sure
see
that
the
you
mil-
had
of it.
what you're
And
talking
before you knew what was going on, I was protesting against that. Yeah, back in the 90s. Yeah, back in
Before
2000.
I was like 2, so congratulations. You still haven't done it right because I'm still out here doing the same.
You're always
You
going to
were
be
back
right.
in
You're
the-
always going to be right.
back in the
Because
90s.
you don't want to hear other side. You don't want to hear the other side.
I just said
So
it's a
that's all you
system.
want
It's
to
not about that.
But no, I asked her. She won't answer the question.
You said
I asked her.
Latino white officers. It's a system. system. The system is bad. The system
So
is
you're saying no matter what color, all the police are screwed up. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough then. That's fair enough. That's not a racial thing
And
then.
to keep it simple, Breonna Taylor, most recent, to be fair, issue. Breonna Taylor could have been my auntie, right? Breonna Taylor could have been my sister or my mama, right?
Or my goddaughter.
Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's
my
the
goddaughter,
problem.
yes.
That's the issue. That's the problem.
All right.
That's how simple
I'm not
it
saying
gets.
that. I'm not saying that stupid, tragic mistakes have not happened at the hands of police. It
I'm
has.
talking about
I'm not saying
from
it
the
has.
foundation, from the beginning.
Okay, I'm not
the
saying
problem
that
is
it hasn't happened.
accountability. Nobody wants to be held accountable. Nobody.
But why are we dividing over racial lines over this? Why don't we handle it correctly and say, hey, we got to address these problems with the police? And it's, you see what I'm saying? Because police kill plenty of white people too. You look up the statistics. They kill plenty of white people
We're supposed to
too.
do that with Trump.
I don't know. I don't think Biden will do it. All of this happened. All of this happened under Obama. It started under Obama. He didn't do nothing. It started under Obama.
Biden said he supported cops.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He said he wants to give them more funding as a matter
He
of
said,
fact.
yeah, more funding. And he supported law enforcement. He said that. Look it up.
Is that recently
Last
or was
debate.
that
Last debate.
Oh, last debate. Okay, cool.
But I don't necessarily have to look it up because I'm not wearing a Biden shirt. I didn't say
Okay,
Biden.
well-
I don't think Biden is going to save the world. But I think that if Trump gets back in for another 4 years,
don't worry, we'll be
we're going to be in a lot of fucking shit trouble. That's what I think. I'm not one.
Biden's been in Congress since 46 years. You guys do know that it was Hillary and Bill Clinton and Joe Biden in 1994 that passed that crime act
If
that
I was alive
incarcerated
then, I
so
would've been
many
upset.
African Americans for little to no crime.
And they pushed innocent ones into jail.
They pushed
knew
innocent
it.
ones
They
into jail.
pushed
Look up the
innocent
1994
black
crime
people into
act.
jail
That
specifically.
innocent black, white people. It really decimated. Look up the 19. I didn't agree.
The world's going to be fucked regardless. But if Trump gets in again for another 4 years,
He's a racist. We're done.
for another 4 years,
You are a paid hack. You are a paid hack.
significantly worse.
You're nothing but a provocateur. I know you. Nothing but a provocateur. Nothing but a provocateur. I've been talking about how the black community has been decimated by the 1994 Crime Act and abortion.
I think what's happening is you're talking to them like they're Biden supporters. They're looking at this as more of a liberty versus tyranny issue. So they're not just talking on Trump to get
You're not
Biden.
going to find somebody more for liberty and against tyranny than me. And I fought against it way before you guys, when y'all were still
No,
kids.
but that's what I'm saying. You're looking at it like maybe it's from my perspective. It looks like you're looking at this as like Trump versus Biden, but they're looking at it from a totally different angle.
Hold on just a second. Now, under Barack Obama, because under Barack Obama, on New Year's Eve of 2011, going into
and not have their identity being taken with that. Because I wanted to tell you I was a gay person because it goes along with what they say about my president. We support the president on the gay and lesbian side, and because of what he's done. I mean, decriminalizing globally homosexuality. We forget about that people like me are literally being murdered for who they love in other countries. So when people say that Trump and Pence and then Amy Coney Barrett are going to take my rights away, it's like, what rights do I have that you don't have? So, or vice versa, you know what I mean? So it's actually comical to me because I support the president and I support his agenda.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate you telling me right off the bat because that makes it definitely makes what you have to say even more relevant.
Yes, ma'am.
I think so. Thank you for telling me
Yes,
that.
ma'am. Thank you. Y'all have a great night.
Yeah, can I talk to any of your friends?
Come on, girls. president. That might be him. No, that's the car before. So that would be the president right there. Mr. President! Yes! How about that? Hold on. No, I can't. That's him right there. That's him. That's him. He's in the middle. With the flags on. Is that exciting or what?
That is awesome.
Hey, I couldn't sleep right now if I wanted to.
Well, then.
There was the president of the United States. I shook George Herbert Walker Bush's hand. Yeah, I thought it was the first one, then I saw, no, it's the second one. That's exciting. Oh, yeah, he really does. He's a big guy. He's a bigger than life guy, you know. But, you know, he's such a business. Look, these are things somebody shoots. See, there's an ambulance following. These are service agents. That's it. There was night vision goggles, machine guns. You protect the president. Everyone of these people are going to get it. Because they're the Secret Service. They protect the president. Look, that's the Secret Service. That's the Secret Service. Look at the armor. Manson. Big satellites. Drones over here. They know every person in the room right now when it's sensing a drone. When you see inside of buildings and somebody gets out of the building with a rifle, they can see. There are more things behind above us right now than you can ever see. Look at every one of these. Secret Service, another ambulance, the Secret Service get there. Another Secret Service, another Secret Service. State troopers from Tennessee. Look, state troopers, Metro, Nashville, state troopers. If something goes wrong with all the Secret Service, then every state and federal and local cop will come to defend the president.
Can I ask you, do you have any thoughts on the debates?
I saw a little bit of the debate tonight.
We'll watch it on the way.
Because we're out here with all the people talking about, you know, there's two guys that are not sure which way they want to go, President Trump or Vice President Biden. And I was like, they're like, we're really big on the economy. And I was like, well then, you better vote for Trump. You know, someone else is like, Trump, I was like, there's lower taxes over here, come on over, you know what I mean? So that's why 50 Cent is like saying, I don't want to be 20 cent, you know what I mean? So he's voting for Trump. And a lot of people are coming out voting for, I made a prediction it's going to be cool to vote for Trump by election, and it has really happened so much. Like, there's so many Trump supporters. It's really exciting because, like, if someone's a Trump supporter, you're like, oh, you're in the know. You're like, you understand it. You get what he's doing. So you get it. So people that are like so Biden, I'm just like, I don't know what you're listening to get your information, but it's not all accurate. But that's all right. You know, so we gotta love people.
Well, it's not all right. That's why I wrote this song.
It's not all right. It's not all right because if
no,
they take
it is all right.
We're
all about freedom of speech.
I'm serious. If they take our White House, things are about to go down. Corruption's about to get passed over and not even looked at. You know what I mean? So President Trump's going after sex trafficking. A lot of people, even in government, are into sex trafficking and making a lot of money off of it. And so they don't want President Trump to come in. There's a big whole scandal about to be blown cover after President Trump gets elected. And if they can keep Trump out and Biden in, they can keep those people protected. It's really a corrupt ring of criminals and a lot of people in Washington White House. So I'm really thankful for our president who's going after this kind of stuff that no one else is gutsy gutsy enough to head on straight, and that's why people hate him on both sides, because he actually goes after corrupt people on both sides. So it's really cool. So here we go. This is called "Keep America Great."
Here we go. Hold on.
This was a 45-second clip on Twitter. Went very big, 29 million views. Here we go.
I like this video.
Keep America great. Keep America great. Gotta stick to our guns. Keep the freedom we won. Keep America great. There will never be another USA. Freedom won't come back if we give it away. It's time to vote. It's time to pray. Let's join as one. Let me hear you say, vote Trump. 2020. Go Trump. 2020. Vote Trump. 2020. Vote Trump. Keep America first. Keep America strong. We are all in the fight for our God-given rights. Keep America one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There will never be another USA. Freedom won't come back if we give it away. It's time to vote. It's time to pray. If you love your flag, let me see it wave. Vote Trump. 2020. Vote Trump. 2020. Vote Trump. 2020. Vote Trump. 4 more years. Come on, everybody. 4 more years. Come on, everybody. 4 more years. Come on, everybody. 4 more